Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's our Lions post game back
It's football
into it.
time again. Hope
Finally,
everybody's had a good summer.
but we are finally
But
back
it is ending.
into post game. With the Giants game, they ended up losing 14-3 first preseason game, not postseason.
How many
game,
of you actually watched this entire game? Sad to admit, I did.
3/4.
Luckily, I was at work, so I didn't have to worry about it too much.
Lots to talk about.
Once Hooker went down, I kind of turned it off.
But not too bad overall, with some people showing good outings, some questionable. I didn't get to see too much because I was at work. I saw the highlights, but you guys will have a lot more to say on the situations than I do. But we finally did get to see our main person that everyone wanted to see, Hendon Hooker. He did play in the second half, ended up leaving because of a concussion. But from what I saw, he didn't look too bad for at least his first kind of NFL experience.
Well, God, give me a few minutes since I was one of the few that actually watched this entire game. There are some positives. There are some negatives. Positives real quick. I thought the defense played pretty decent. I liked what I saw out of Arnold and Rakestraw, two young dogs that got a lot of speed. Rakestraw especially, that guy can cover the field. I mean, he is quick, and I thought overall he played well. The defensive line, hats off to him. I thought Pascal looked pretty decent.
I saw Broderick
Martin looks like he has slimmed down. He is quicker. He still needs a little bit more with his footwork, but he got a sack. Overall, I thought he played good. Makai Wingo, our fifth round draft pick, looks solid. So overall, that defense looked good. Like you were saying, the other Jake Bates. Bates, the guy from the UFL, the Michigan Panthers.
Well, you only have one chance to kick a field goal.
But he played well. He's the MVP. He was the MVP of that game. He kicked a 53-yarder. He did what he had to do. So, we do need another kicker for some competition, but he looked good. Sione Vaki, definitely, in my opinion, passed Craig Reynolds to win the third spot behind Montgomery and Gibbs. There's no comparison. He averaged over 7 yards a carry, and some of his moves were kind of Barry Sanders-esque. He broke a few ankles out there. And Hendon Hooker, by far, is miles better than Nate Sutfield, which I will get to.
Yeah.
I think he is by far more. He's better with his passes. He still needs to work on his accuracy, but he has a stronger arm. He has better legs. The guy needs to learn how to slide. That's how he got injured last night. That's how he got his concussion, is he doesn't know how to slide.
Hey, but I mean, he did truck somebody. He showed that if he needs to get the yards, he can get it. But
real quick, the negatives. Well, the glaring one is Nate Sudfeld is atrocious. He is not an NFL quarterback. The guy is a bum. I don't know if I could say this, I would take a quadriplegic as a backup over Nate Sudfeld. I mean, he's just not, but like you were saying, he is what he is. The guy, does he have something on the Lions? I don't know. How is this guy even on the team?
Well, I mean, he barely was last year because he was hurt. And you have Teddy Bridgewater, so he was basically number 5.
He shouldn't even be an NFL quarterback.
But
he really shouldn't. The guy is atrocious.
I know I saw rumors. Well, not saw a rumor. Basically, that they think that depending on how everything goes with their backup QB situation, there might be a trade for Taylor Heineke from Atlanta
Christ.
to be a backup. To be a backup.
No, Ryan Tannehill is available.
Why would you pay that guy that much money?
He's 36.
Right.
He's a backup.
You gotta be able to afford these people.
Well, we could talk about
Taylor
that
Heineke's
because
available. Really?
Well, they drafted somebody and they got Kirk Cousins.
The two needs I'm really seeing, two concerns I have, guys.
I mean, like I said, he's a very good backup. I would love that Heineke as a backup.
The two concerns that I'm going to have, we can discuss. The quarterback situation's not good. We do need a backup. Even a healthy Hendon Hooker is not ready yet.
I wouldn't mind Hendon Hooker. though, if that's what they went
And real
with.
quick, Maurice Alexander needs to be working at UPS. He dropped 2 back-to-back kicks, and you just can't do that.
It was raining.
It doesn't matter. You're a pro.
Wet.
You can't do that. In the NFL, that means you're gone. So what are your thoughts, Mike?
Well, special teams were pretty bad. I didn't think that they were very good. The only thing, like I said, I agreed with most of what you said. I don't. I mean, it's Dan Campbell, so I mean, even in the preseason, he goes for it on fourth down.
We gotta see
When
how you
should
are.
have given Bates more opportunity to.
I
kick the
kind of
ball.
understand why he did that. He just better not
Well,
do it during regular seasons.
Yeah,
Don't do it. But you're right. Bates did need the extra reps. That would have been
you need to
nice.
see the guy. You
Even
need
if
to
it's
see
a
the guy can
20-yard
make it.
kick,
Right?
get out there.
That Bates is the biggest question I think on the offensive side of the ball.
Besides backup QB.
Bates, you know,
Well,
I think
that backup OL is not good.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing you gotta look at. What's our depth there?
I don't think.
Yeah, we don't have depth.
Those guys aren't going to be playing with each other. I think
Decker goes down, they're going to put me or you in. That's
Right,
basically what the situation is.
Manu is huge. That guy is,
and he sucked.
He wasn't all that great, but I mean,
but he's got some learning to do. Well, he's a beast. He's a monster.
Well, the other thing you got to remember when it comes to the offensive line, almost nobody who's a starter was starting today.
Right.
Which is going to affect how they all play. Because one guy might take on 2 guys that normally wouldn't in a preseason game and make it a whole lot easier on one of the other guys.
Which also makes you, you can't evaluate these quarterbacks totally, because if they can't, I mean,
if they're trying to be like Justin Fields that to run for their life every single play.
And I like I said, the 2 series that Hooker had.
But Hooker played behind the same line as Sudfeld.
He has
did
potential.
A lot better.
But with him, you know, Sudfeld, he
Shitfeld.
He's going to he is what he is. He isn't getting any better.
Then why is he on the team? What is it that makes us keep that guy?
He's a body. These guys don't. Yeah,
you're paying him over $1 million.
They do that regardless. I mean, that's kind of the way it is now. But these guys are just bodies, most of them. They're not going to be on the team. They know they're not going to be on the team. They're just getting.
I can probably guarantee you one thing: if Goff ever went down, he would probably play 1 week, and they probably would go sign somebody who's available.
But I would hope Sudfeld would play slightly better.
Why would you guys pick
number one offensive line?
In regards to a quarterback? Oh, go ahead.
I mean, I like Hooker. I thought Hooker played much better than
Sudfeld.
So I don't understand why Sudfeld got the unless in practice it's totally different. I don't know.
Well,
but Hooker showed potential. Yeah, for a guy who hasn't played in 2 years, come out there and he's been taking a lot of mental reps, but to actually play football, yeah, he wasn't perfect, but you could see the talent in him.
He's going to learn real quick that you need to slide in the NFL. You cannot put your head down and do what he's doing.
I mean, but they learned that. In college football, you run like a crazy man.
Yeah.
But you know, he's got to learn that. It's better to, you know, take 10 yards slide and not take a hit to the head than it is to get 15, 20 yards and a massive concussion.
I mean, yeah. So like when it comes to throwing, obviously Sudfeld threw longer because he had almost like 3 times as many reps. But Sudfeld was 13 for 24 for 96 yards, 1 interception. Hooker was 5 for 9 for 36.
And here,
so,
I got real quick.
Yeah, but he only played 2 series.
He only played 2 series.
Why is Dan Campbell not letting these guys air it out? They're throwing these like little 10-yard dump passes all the time. Throw it. See what I mean. We know Sudfeld stinks, but let Hooker air it out.
Yeah,
let him
like
do something.
I would like to see his arm. Maybe his offensive line can't.
Yeah, I noticed that about him.
Throw it out.
But rushing wise, for the most part, Hooker led the team. He might have played 2 series, but 4 rushes for 34 led the team. Baki had 29 for 4 rushes, and then we kind of just went downhill. Sudfeld was 3rd on the team in rushing with 14. So your backup running backs did not look the best last night. Whoever Jake Funk is had 9 yards. He had 9 yards.
Yeah, you know what will be next week? Welcome to AutoZone. My name is Jake. Can I help you?
But
there you go, Jake.
And
But
you know what? That's fun. To these guys, this is the world. I mean, they get to say one day they played in a Lion preseason game or a football. For them, they know that. They know they're not. I mean, I think the majority of them realize that they're long
So
shots.
we've established that the quarterback situation is a concern.
yes.
Backup quarterback.
And
Yeah.
so
The
far,
running back situation seems pretty solid. I have reserves about the wide receiving core,
you
other than James Williams and St. Brown and
Khalif Raymond.
Laporta. Khalif Raymond, he's average. But who do you got?
down from
else.
People's Jones.
He caught one pass last night.
Yeah,
that
but they
wasn't
only
until late in the fourth.
they-
They don't like the guy.
They threw him one. So that's what we're trying to think is
He should have been playing all
who-
game, and
who-
they didn't throw it to him once.
who's kind of going to fight for that fifth spot? Is it going to be Antoine Green?
I thought it
Is
could
it
have been him.
Is it going to be Alexander, who you said had a terrible night, but he's usually better on special teams returning anyways, like he was last year? Tom Kennedy, everybody loves him every preseason, and they usually doesn't get too much experience during the season.
You just better hope none of those main guys go down. That's all you got to hope for.
Yeah.
And then you're just worried about who's going to be that tight end, basically
Be like,
behind
Harold,
Brock
get in
Wright.
there.
for the most
Well,
part.
what I'm noticing is preseason is not like it was when we were kids, and you would see the starters for a quarter.
You're not going to see him at all. How many
Not till the
preseason
third
games are
game.
they playing?
It's hard
Three.
to make any evaluation,
And they're not going
other
to play in
than,
any of them.
They'll play in the last
You
one,
know, other
Okay.
than
Like
You're
for a quarter.
probably.
right, you're looking for who's fighting for a spot on the team, and the backups. I mean, how deep are? And I guess the Giants' backups were better than our backups. So,
Well,
but like,
and
you
we have
said,
more
the guys you pointed out. They're going to be a part of this team. The Wingos and the Martins and Pascals and stuff. That's the kind of stuff that they're going to be part of that rotation, and it's good to see because I don't know if Reeder is going to be ready.
Yeah.
To start the season, and
Reeder?
that was a big thing for us. I mean, that's a big loss. But it was mentioned once that, like I said, the New York Giants, they when they won the Super Bowl against the Patriots, they had like 10 defensive linemen that they constantly rotated in and out. So you can't have enough of those guys.
yeah.
And it looks like our defensive line should be better this year.
Yeah,
By early indications.
despite the Lions losing 14-3, it was
No one cares about that.
stat-wise, it was actually pretty even. Looking at everything, you had about 20 less yards, total yards, than the Giants did. You had about the same amount of drives. Yards per play, you had about a yard less than the Giants did. And you had more passing. You just had less rushing.
Right.
They did a lot better at rushing the ball than you did.
So
But
They
But
play
it's pretty
They play
average.
Kansas
who
City
was
next
the one
week,
line
right?
that impressed you the most that you didn't realize?
Baki.
I mean, he
I
did
would
well.
say it was him.
I mean,
He didn't. I don't know. Did he play the whole game? I didn't see him too much. I didn't hear James Houston's name once. I knew he had. He pushed that one
Hold
guy
on.
around.
And somebody else I didn't notice. Who was the Canadian guy that was supposed to lead in sacks?
Matthew Betts.
How
he
did
was
he do?
Betts.
I did not even notice his name.
Right, I didn't. Even
Most
know.
likely, he's not going to make the team, or he'll make a practice squad.
I was kind of looking at him.
He's had stints in the NFL before,
What
and
was
that's
his stats?
kind of why he's in the Canadian
That's
League.
why I'm trying to figure out the sack
Did he
situation
even get
right now.
play? Is that why
That
we
just
didn't
goes
notice?
to show you that the number one pass rusher in Canadian in the CFL is basically a practice squad guy in the NFL.
I was just curious.
But next week,
did he do anything? Did he
no,
That's
play?
what I'm
not
trying to
that I
figure out
know.
sacks.
I didn't see him.
Ukwu had one sack.
Yeah, he was pretty quick.
Nate Lynn had one sack. Whoever that is.
I will bet you $1
Those are your two
that by
sacks.
next game. When do they play the Chiefs? Next week, right?
Betts had 2 total tackles.
They're going to sign a quarterback.
Well, he was out there then. Good.
They're going to sign a quarterback by the next game because you don't know if Hooker's going to be able to play. If he's going to clear concussion protocols?
I don't know. You'll see by the end of.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
end
they're
of
not
the
going to want
Kansas
Nick.
City game.
They're not going to want Nate Sudfeld to play the
And if
entire game.
Lions fans,
But who
if
knows?
Sudfeld starts, just go do housework. Just do something other. Don't even bother.
But the
Well,
Lions,
most teams are in that situation anyways.
the Lions,
There is nothing worse in this league than Nate Sudfeld.
but the Lions do play KC next week on Saturday, 4:00. They will be in KC again, like they were last year. Just less stakes.
It's on Saturday?
It's on a Saturday.
Okay.
Which again, I'll be at work, so don't expect any video to come out after the game.
Boy, lucky
that
you.
day. I don't got a chance to watch it.
Well, I'm
4
sure
o'clock.
Kansas City ain't playing anybody.
Kansas City, they're going to be playing Carson Wentz.
I am most likely going to watch it.
Which is
At
an
least
actual
I
pro
have.
quarterback, so we're probably going to get killed.
Carson Wentz will be
Carson
playing.
Wentz is an actual NFL quarterback, maybe not very good, but he's
But what makes going back
he's
to the
played a lot of
quarterback
games.
situation real quick? What makes you guys would want Heineke over Tannehill? Tannehill, he played for the Titans. He started for the Dolphins. The guy's as seasoned as it could be. You're not going to hopefully need him at all.
He hasn't touched the football in like 2 years.
right.
I thought it was a year. I
Well,
thought it was recently a year.
Tannehill's older too.
He's 36.
He got
Yeah,
benched 2
Heineke's
years
in his
ago.
late 20s or mid whatever. He hasn't been in the league that long. He shows a lot of promise as far as flight. I like his. He's got good arm strength. He's mobile.
It's like, oh no, Lions signed David Blau.
Right.
Maybe David Blau is on the team. He's just a coach.
Heineke's won some games.
Oh, is he still here?
Yeah, he's here, but he's a coach.
Heineke has won
He's a
some
coach. What are you gonna do? Teach me how to suck?
games. Yeah. Teach me how to suck.
Hey, you want to learn how to throw an interception? That's what we're gonna go over today.
I'll
But-
show you how.
But there's a chance they
Want to
do
learn how
get
to get
somebody.
face planted?
But that being said, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the first preseason game, who you liked, who you didn't like. And until next time, see everybody soon.
Let's go Lions.